Hello, stars. My name is Blue, and today we're lost in Hiveswap Friendsim. Now, we are playing the last chapter, the epilogue of Friendsim. Before we get started, if you know any interesting routes to revisit on the channel from any of our troll friends, do let me know in the comments down below. Right now, I have routes for Nikki, Boldir, and Lan. If you know any interesting routes, please let me know and I'll mark them on my sticky note and we will play them after the epilogue. Second off, last time we left off, we rescued two adorable twins from a house stuck in a time loop. So this is what this question is alluding to. Do you want to understand? And of course, do we want to understand every other weird thing that has happened so far? So do we want to understand? Well, I think yes. Of course you do. Your sort of creature always does. You're worn out. Last night was, well, it sure was something. You lived, probably. You learned, definitely. You made choices. You had to. And after all this time, here you still are. So after a day of recuperation from rangers and houses of horrors, you're out walking the streets of a place you may as well start calling home. You changed out of your party gear, opting for your old hoodie standby. It fits the mood you're in. You're not really looking to meet anyone new tonight. Well, like, you wouldn't say no, probably, but you're not jonesing for it. Only a little. It's complicated. After an indeterminable amount of minutes of aimlessly walking, you look around at where you've ended up. You seem to have wandered into a dirt pile. Oh, you know this dirt pile. It's Fozzer's. Corpse filled. How did you get here, you wonder? You're pretty sure you were just on the other side of the city, with no particular desire to come anywhere near here. It's probably fine. Just your deep, innate bro-honing skills taking over your goddamn body. Just little friendship things. You look around for your pal Falzer, peeking down into a few deep holes. You might as well say hello, since you're here and all. Holy shit, that... again? Curiosity killed the cat. But you've definitely got more than 9 lives. So you shrug and slide, not gracefully, down into the shiny hole. Father is nowhere to be found, but there is a window down here. It's almost completely unearthed, and doesn't take much effort to free it from the rest of the way. At first you think it might be some cool new trash you could make art with, but when you look closer, you reconsider. There's a whole ass room you can see through the pane of glass lying at your feet. That's weird. Weirdness isn't typically a deterrent for you, but usually there's at least some causational coherence. Doors are in walls, walls surround rooms. You aren't used to finding parlors and ditches. Is there a latch or something? Should you do the polite little knock? There might be friends in there. Damn, you could really go for some friends right now. Is there protocol for approaching ditch window? Allow me to stop you there. I'm a timeless being of the void. But even my patience has its limits. Fun is fun, but this frivolous navel-gazing is no longer necessary. Come in from behind the shadow of narrative text. It's very hard to see your face. Whoa. Everything's smooth. Turning this down. Okay. You aren't sure where you are, and it's unsurprisingly a little nerve-wracking. You look over your shoulder out the window. You guess you just fucking came on through. The Alternian sky is framed by the edge of your dirt hole, and the knot in your stomach loosens a bit. Hopefully that means this is a two-way portal. You turn to look at your surroundings, and oh, there's someone here! The guy you just heard, you assume. He doesn't look like any of the other aliens you've met. Oh, I'm not an alien. or no more than any of us are alien to each other. In fact, nothing is alien to me. The deep concept behind that term is alienation, being forced from that which is natural. Nothing is unnatural to me. I look upon all realities as equally inviting and approachable. It's you, my dear, who are out of place. I could see that even if I was not omniscient, which omniscient. I think I said it right the first time, but which I am. Okay, so not an alien, but no horns or cast sign, though he's definitely not a troll. Whoever he is, he seems to be white, just really white and round, and his outfit is admittedly kind of dope. Looking at him really ramps up your friend thirst. He's just got this quality about him that you've got to get with. You take a step towards him, almost without thinking about it. Oh, my apologies. That compulsion has become extraneous. Let me take care of it for you. He snaps his fingers and your knees buckle. The force of the universe presses down on you like G-force. You blink, and somehow he's there immediately, arms outstretched to catch you as you fall. He steers you to a chaise lounge, and you drape yourself weakly onto it. Please, have a seat. The emotional transition might be a tad uncomfortable, but I know you've handled worse. You're quite the soldier. Allow me to be the first to say that I'm very pleased with your work. I knew exactly what you were going to do, of course. And most of your work was, in fact, my work. Regardless, congratulations are in order. What is this guy talking about? Your work? You try to parse what he's saying, but your body is still shaking from whatever he just did to you. And it's hard to think in here. You suddenly, sharply, don't feel friendly towards him at all anymore. Or towards anyone. The void left by that feeling is a freshly gaping horror. It's like you thought you were caved in itself. A black hole of personality eating your body out from the inside. You try to pull your shit together. He seems like he means business. This is no time to lose it, no matter if your sense of self is shattering. When you truly reflect on yourself, you surely can't, with any honestly claim to believe any of this was by your own making. Crash landing on a hostile alien world, surviving the impact, dragging around a half-broken body and somehow not immediately being eaten up by local fauna. Did you learn an alien language just by thinking about it very, very hard? Right, Malik said something about that you were speaking perfect Altarian, and it was kind of weird. But you kind of just accepted it, for no good reason. That's your whole deal. Your friends all accepted your quirks. That's what friends do. You say it to convince yourself as much as prove it to him. So many trolls, so many fascinating aliens, and all of them wanted to know you. Did you really think you managed that on your own laurels? Were they all drawn to an indefinable something, a je ne sais quoi? Well, yeah, you had this whole emotional arc, you got self-confidence, you grew as a person and helped others to grow. The white text guy isn't making any expression, but you get the feeling he's looking at you pityingly. I find you sweet. Honestly, I do. I don't intend to cause emotional injury, I'm just telling you the truth. I never lie, you'll find. It isn't like you don't have admirable qualities of your own, of course. You have made quite the valuable vessel for me, and I appreciate that very much. I could not have done it without you. I'm only joking. I absolutely could have done it without you. It's just infinitely more fun to do these things together, is it not? What things? What did he do? What did you do? You hope you didn't do something that would fuck over all your friends. Though, when you try to think about them now, the bonds you felt before come up all twisted. Without the artificial friendship drive he'd given you pushing you forward, you're not even sure what those memories are supposed to feel like. You close your eyes and breathe. You try to remember the way Polybot touched your face after you touched hers. her claws trailing down your cheek. How Tai slept, trusting as you kept watch. How Tagora gave you a chance when he saw something in you didn't even see in yourself. How not that long ago, you got the chitter handle of an extremely friendly jade-blood boy. Those memories are like the memory of warmth to you now. Blurry, cold, and out of the reach. Was all of that nothing? Your heart is a chasm. Don't worry about it. Don't worry so much about it. I simply needed some dots connected, some pieces in place for my next move. Choose whatever metaphor suits you. Whichever way you frame it. Because of you, everyone will soon be in their right place. Shit, what have you done? Your head starts to spin, and you think you might cry, so you pull your hood up over your head to block out the harsh green of the room. You try to imagine it still smells like a bit like Malik. It doesn't. It doesn't smell like anything, really. But you remember what it smelled like at first, and you hold on to that. It was real, you tell yourself. Your friends were real, and what you felt for them, and with them, was real too. You're so afraid for them, and as guilty as you feel for craving it, the fear just makes you need those feelings you felt before even more. You're clawing desperately for the euphoria of caring and being cared for. Who cares if your hand was forced? You felt it, and it still mattered. Matters! You remember how you felt watching Chixie perform, bathed in light and righteous anger, and also how you drunkenly conversed with her later when— no, that's not right. That didn't happen. Except, you still remember how hungover you were the next day. Whoa. Just when you start making sense of things, the whole fucking world shifts under your feet again. You just can't keep up with all the moving real estate in your brain. Yes. All of the resets. Annoying, but necessary. You are just indescribably bad at keeping yourself alive and in one piece. And you weren't quite as adept at befriending aliens to start out with. My intervention was necessary to keep you on the right path. Time and space mean very little to me, but I had to move quickly. And again, repeatedly. Swipe some indiscriminating note-taking here, befriend an impressionable young upstart there, anger a Clara bear, inspire some bandits. You know how it is. You have to throw the temporal spaghetti at the wall to see what it sticks. I'm sure if you look back, you'll be able to see traces of my deft touch. So a few memories have slipped through the cracks here and there. Timelines tend to collapse in on each other if you aren't careful. Your ability to mentally withstand such an event, and so often, is a testament to my acumen in choosing you for the task. You even almost caught on a few times, which I must say I was not expecting. You almost listened to the silly little girl who likes to dress up in big coats and caused me some trouble. And, as always, some bystanders end up caught in crossfire. The one with the shovel, for instance. I doubt his mind will ever be the same. A pity. You sit up straighter. You clench your hands into fists. Over the course of his pompous monologuing, you've moved past fear and grief and into deep, glob-chafing rage. How dare he do this to your mind, to your friends' lives? What was so important that one white orb asshole had to fuck with the destinies of everyone you've grown to care about? There are answers out there, and you deserve them. And so, you demand them. Adorable. Yikes. You shift on the chase lounge so as to better hide your famous legs from this creepy round fucker. Oh, calm down. All of you and your adherence to societal expectations and archetypes. Perhaps one day you could just learn to take a compliment. Besides, I was being condescending. So you demand answers. He sighs theatrically. You aren't sure where the noise is coming from. He doesn't have a mouth. How is he even talking? How the fuck does anything work at all? I knew you would. But I find explaining myself incredibly tedious. Suffice it to say, I'm a man with many boards and fields of play, and although there were countless ways to move the players around those boards, some were doubtlessly more entertaining than others. You were simply one pawn among many. I won't bore you with the details. Doubtless you are aware of the greater contextual framework of this story. The hell you are! You aren't aware of jack shit! Your head is full of question marks! Oh, of course. How thoughtless of me. See, yet another unfortunate side effect to the limitless conversing with the narratively limited. He taps a thumb to his forehead. He taps a thumb and forehead to his orb. Perhaps it would suit you better to understand gradually. No, MC, don't cry. And when I say gradually, please understand that I mean it. You won't be leaving. But yes, I do believe this will clarify some things for you. This way, please. He opens a door and gestures inside. There's light coming from in there, but it still gives off the vibe of a dark closet door in an unfamiliar bedroom at 3 a.m. You're afraid, yeah, but you want to understand even more. You stand up and take a step, conscious of the movement of your muscles in your legs. With the rosy sheen of your friendship hypnosis, or whatever the fuck he did to you, gone, the sensation of moving your own body feels heightened, important. Yours. There's probably a version of you that would try to turn him down, or that would fight, or run, or take a nap on this surprisingly comfortable piece of antique furniture. You even consider rushing back to say goodbye to somebody. Anybody, at least, but you know there isn't time to click through that bullshit. Those tribituaries flickered through your mental periphery, so tangible you can almost see yourself choosing one. But you pull your focus back to your present and look at him right in the orb. You just have to trust they'll remember you, because the you've become after this journey, after all this friendship and growth and death and time, that you need to understand. You owe it to your friends, but even more, you owe it to yourself. You found your river, and you're going to see where it leads. So you follow him. Sit here, please. In the interest of expediency, I will leave you to your own devices while I go deal with an unexpected but entirely unwanted guest. It shouldn't be too hard to parse out the truth on your own. All you need to do is read a brief webcomic. Are you talking about Homestuck? Because that webcomic is anything but brief. Whoa. Is this how taking us to A young man stands in his bedroom. It just so happens today, the 13th of April, 2009, is this young man's birthday. Though it was 13 years ago he was given life, it is only today he will be given a name. What will be the name of this... What will the name of this young man be? Apparently, we're reading Homestuck now. Brief webcomic. Brief my ass. Is that really it? My recorder does not like me switching back and forth between programs like this. I guess that was it. I guess that's for like all the Hiveswap fans who don't really know anything about Homestuck. Or they're just being smart asses. Both, probably. Well, this is a short episode. Usually these episodes take 30 to 40 minutes. I don't want to just end it here. But I will, because this is the epilogue episode, and it's only for the epilogue. And next time we revisit Hiveswap, we will be revisiting interesting routes of our troll friends. And no matter what Doc Scratch says, they're our friends. The stock scratch, isn't it? Fuck, it's been so long I don't even remember anymore. Wow. Let me tell you about... You read a short little web comment. Hello, everybody! Let me tell you about Homestuck. Oh my god. And now I'm just getting a bunch of Homestuck flashbacks. So... Okay, I guess that's it. Once again, like stated at the beginning, if you know any interesting routes from our troll friends, do let me know. I have Nikki, Boulder, and Lan right now, and we'll be revisiting them. If there's any more you know about, I'll add them to my sticky note and we'll revisit them. Other than that, that's it for today's stars. I will see you on our next... No? Blue, you're doing your outro wrong. Do not revert back to the old one. That's it for today's stars. If you liked the video, please give it a like and subscribe if you haven't already to join our wonderful galaxy. Comment down below and I'll get back to you in some way or another. And I will see you for our next adventure. Remember, we're all made of the same cosmic dust, so be nice. Kate, love you. Bye!